Hi, I'm Carol Jurgensen Sheets, aka Carol the Coach. And I'm going to talk to you about a very important concept today. It can apply to anybody, but I'm going to talk to the partner because so oftentimes you're still having trouble getting over the hurt, the pain, and the anger that you feel that you've had to go through this situation of sexual addiction and partner betrayal. And that is such a huge hurdle to work through. And it takes a good amount of time, a good counselor or coach, and working on yourself to get to that place where you can forgive. But first and foremost, you have to kind of accept the feelings that it conjured up inside of you. The resentment, the anger, the desire to retaliate, the negative thoughts that ruminate in your head that say, I want to hurt you, I hate you, you've ruined my life, you've ruined me. And I want to tell you that no matter what has happened to you, you are not damaged goods. You are a strong, resilient person that at any point can choose to let go of this baggage and move forward in your life. Now, for many people, that requires forgiveness. And what I know to be true is forgiveness can occur in a moment, in a month, in a year, or in a decade. You will know when it's time to forgive because you will be sick and tired of being sick and tired, of feeling this way and carrying around the burden of anger that's normal, that's natural, and that's necessary to keep you protected. But when you carry it around for too long, it really does color your world. And when it colors your world, you can't live the life you were meant to lead. See, I know that when you got into the relationship, probably got married, you never expected to have to deal with this drama and this trauma. And you have gone through an emotional roller coaster, feeling sadness and anxiety and trauma and anger. Unfortunately, if that lasts too long, there is resentment and retaliation. And so I'm going to ask you to identify whether you ever believe you're going to be able to forgive. I had a woman come in today. She's actually the inspiration for this YouTube. And she said, I am making the conscious choice to forgive. I am doing that because I'm tired of feeling this way. And I know that if I stay in this relationship, it's not going to contribute to the relationship. It's going to contaminate it. Now, first and foremost, she went through a disclosure. She did the emotional impact letter. He did the restitution letter, and he's in good recovery. So all those elements are in place for her to know that it's been about 15 months, and she is a strong, resilient, teeny tiny woman who's tired of carrying this stuff around. And so we talked about, how do you forgive? What do you do? And she nailed it when she said, it's got to be my choice. So know that your need to forgive has to be a conscious choice. And then you have to say to yourself, why is this going to be better for me? And you're going to come up with those reasons. And then you're going to say, what boundaries do I still need to stay in place to protect myself after the forgiveness occurs? What consequences are going to need to happen? Despite the fact that I've forgiven him, I'm still going to keep myself safe. Because anybody who works with partners want them to stay safe. So, forgiveness doesn't mean you let your guard down. Forgiveness means you let go of what happened to you, the anger, the pain, the retaliation, the resentment. Now that sounds so ideal, doesn't it? It's not like poof, it disappears. But you make the conscious choice. When you get angry, you say to yourself, you know what? I'm really angry right now, but I want to appreciate the fact that he's working really hard and he has positives too. Or you get really scared and anxious and you say, what am I really anxious about? Am I afraid he's going to slip? Am I afraid he's not being honest? Am I afraid that I'll get duped again? And you really do a lot of self-examination. And I know that's a lot of work for you. There's no reason you should have had to work this hard. But the truth of the matter is we all have our crosses to bear. People that have cancer shouldn't have cancer. People that have been molested shouldn't have been molested. And this betrayal should never have occurred to you, but it has. And now let's figure out how you can lead and live the best life possible. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down why you may have had a calling to forgive. Write it down so you externalize it and make it happen. That's your first goal. Then I want you to write down how your life might be better if you forgive, so that you see all the possibilities, the pros of why it might be good to let go. Then I want you to think about what boundaries and consequences need to stay in place to keep yourself safe. And then I want you to think about your own strength to be able to try a new reaction, a new life skill that's actually going to make you feel lighter, brighter, healthier, and happier. Okay? Now this has to come when the timing is right. And at the same time, I'm a big believer in your intuition. If intuitively you've been thinking, I need to forgive, but you haven't had the resources, the support, or maybe even the courage, just accept that you're stumbled upon this YouTube because it might be time. Make sure your boundaries and the consequences are in place, because I want to make sure you're safe. And if you want to learn more about forgiveness, there's this Bible. Well, it's not a Bible, but Janice Abrams Springs wrote after the affair. This is before sexual addiction was widely known. And that's a great book. But after that, she wrote a book on forgiveness. So look up Janice Abrams Springs, PhD. And take a look at that book because it's powerful. And it'll help you examine if you're ready and what you can do. I am Carol Jurgensen Sheets, a.k.a. Carol the Coach. And hey, I've got a new radio show for partners, specifically and solely for partners. It's sponsored by appsats.org, which is the credentialing and certification program that says that if we're going to do counseling for partners, we better be partner sensitive and understand what anxiety and trauma is all about. And that show's on at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. And you can listen to it anytime you want by going to www.blogtalkradio.com/Betrayal Recovery Radio. It's a phenomenal show. So I hope you'll tune in and download them and listen to them at your convenience. We're all about the partners here. We want you to be safe And we want you to feel better about who you are and about what's happened to you. So make it a choice. And feel free to email me at carol@carolthecoach.com if you have any questions. I'm here for you. Talk to you soon.